You guys should totally follow me on all social media. I will put those in the descriptions. Follow me on both my Instagrams. I have two, and my Snapchats. I will put those either here, somewhere on the screen. And if I don't remember to put it on the screen, they will be in the description. So yeah, guys. Okay, hi YouTube. I'm back again with another video. I know what you're thinking. 2 videos already. So this is part 2 of me getting dumped for the first time. So I believe in the last video where I stopped was him coming up to me. So he came up to me or whatever. It was Lorenzo, Max, and Alex. Right? Oh no, Lorenzo's the other guy. So it was, yeah, it was Lorenzo, Max, and Alex. They all came up to me, and Alex basically tried to woo me back into his life. But my mind was already made up about him. My mind was made up at the fact that if I stay here and if I allow him to make his way back into my life, he's never going to leave and he's never going to change. Which I can see now that I was right about that. So I basically tell him that there's no more us, there's no more me and him, and he runs away and he cries. I made him cry, and his girlfriend at the time was on the other side of the wall. And so then that's the end. Like, that's basically the end of us freshman year. After that, he didn't like talk to me for the rest of freshman year. He looked my way, he would look at me, but he wouldn't say nothing. And I would just look at him like, why are you looking at me? And then yeah, so then 10th grade rolled around, and no, we're still in freshman year, but it's like the end of freshman year, and I start talking to this one dude that I've known since 7th grade. We will call him, what will we call him? We'll call him Cap, because his nickname has Cap in it. So we're gonna call him Cap. And me and Cap have known each other since 7th grade, mind you. So Cap has liked me since 7th grade, like since he's met me. We're in the 9th grade now. So me and him are at the blacktop, we're just flirting or whatever, and we're minding our business, but I don't notice that my ex-boyfriend is on the blacktop with us on the opposite end, and he's playing football with somebody, and the person he's playing football with is standing like near us. So my ex-boyfriend proceeds to try to throw the ball at me, and so I stop what I'm doing and I pay him attention, and I'm like, okay, you have my attention now. And I was like, but just know that if this ball hit me, I'm gonna shove it up here. Right? And I told him that I would shove it so far up his butt that he's gonna be pooping footballs for the rest of his life. So then I gave him the ball back, and then he tried to hit me again. So I walked up on him because I was really gonna try to shove it up his butt. And he grabbed my arm, and in my head I'm thinking, did he just grab me? So I'm like, okay, you can let me go. And then the guy I was flirting with, he smoked like a lot. I mean, even still to this day, he smokes like every day. Like, he doesn't do nothing but smoke. So I had the dude lighter, and I was playing with it like prior to him grabbing me. So he grabbed me, and I was like, if you don't let me go, I'm gonna use this lighter, I'm gonna set you on fire. And I was like, I'm not gonna care, I'm gonna set you on fire and walk away. So he lets me go because he knew that I wasn't playing. Like, he knew that I would really try to set him on fire, and I will really keep it pushing after I set him on fire. So he lets me go, and the guy, Cap, he was like, can my lighter back? I was like, yeah, bro. So I tossed him his lighter, and Alex was like, can we talk? And I was like, for what? Like, honestly, there's nothing that I have to say to you. So then I was like, you know what, Ariana, stop being mean, be nice, go talk to him. So we go to like the side where the back. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that at every school, the locker rooms have two entrances. Me and him were by the back entrances, and I was leaning on the wall. And you know how, like, in movies, when a girl be leaning on the locker and the guy lean over her? So he basically tried to do that, and I, like, dipped and curved and went around his arm, and I was like, okay, so what do you want to talk to me about? And he was like, I'm sorry for everything that happened. He's like, my aunt is sick, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. Mind you, I met his aunt, and I adored his aunt. And even still to this day, like, even though he and I aren't together and we don't fool around, like, his auntie is one person that I never wish anything upon. You feel me? Like, because she's just, like, the sweetest person in the whole entire world. Well, at least to me, she was. So then he's just saying all of that, and I was just like, I mean, I understand that your aunt is going through something, but I feel as though that shouldn't be your reasoning as to why you did what you did to me. And he was like, you know what, you're right, Ariana, you're right. I shouldn't have did what I did. I was like, I know I'm right. And then he was like, am I wasting your time? In my head, I was thinking, yeah, nigga, you wasting my time because I don't understand why I'm sitting here and I'm allowing you to explain yourself because I really don't care. Like, you dumped me and had a new girlfriend, right? So then he proceeds to keep talking, and I'm like, you know what, bro? Like, look, I was like, how about you worry about the fact that your girlfriend's with you for sex and she's cheating on somebody else with you? Right. He didn't even know that. And he was like, how you know? How you know? I was like, don't worry about how I know. I was like, just know that I know. So my business, the reason why I'm flirting with Cap don't matter to you. It shouldn't matter to you because you dumped me, right? So I'm moving on. I'm sorry. So he was like, he felt some type of way about the fact that I knew his business. And he was like, who told you that? And I'm like, bro, like, don't worry about who told me. I was like, but just know that I know. I was like, just know that people come to me and tell me stuff. I'm sorry. That's just the type of world we live in, right? So then, after all of that, he was like, okay, all right, you right. I was like, I know I'm right. Okay, can I be excused? He was like, yeah. So I left, and I'm walking away. And then that's basically the end of 9th grade. So then, like, the day before summer school started, because I had summer school. Yeah, guys, I was kind of bad. We're going to get into summer school later. So, before summer school started, he was like, he hit me up. Mind you, I had gotten in trouble because, why did I get in trouble? Because of my grades. Because they weren't as great as they could have been. So my mom was like, well, I mean, I only went to summer school for one class, though, by the way. But like I was saying, what was I saying? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I keep drawing blank. So, like, before summer school, whatever, he decides that he's going to hit me up, and he is like, you know, I really want to work on this. I'm really in love with you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, like, I feel like he only saying that because the girl, he finally, like, dumped the girl, you feel me? And it's like, I mean, like, if you decide to dump her, you shouldn't be trying to come back to the person you dumped, you feel me? So then after he done, like, so after he said all that, I was like, bro, like, honestly, I don't want to be with you. I was like, I mean, we could flirt or whatever, we could make out, we could do that, we could do this, we could do that, but I don't want to be in a relationship with you. My words verbatim. And he said, cool, right? Mind you, even after the fact I told him this, I went to one of our mutual friends and I said, this is what happened, this is what I said, and this is what he said. Because he has the tendency to be like, oh, you never said that, you never said that. So that's why I took the precaution of telling somebody else. Not even telling. Matter of fact, I showed them the messages. That's where he messed up. It's messages, bro. It's not like he and I were on a phone conversation. Dude, it was text messages. So I have the proof. You feel me? So, summer school come around. Every morning he would bring me breakfast. He would carry my bags and all this other stuff. And then, summer school's over, right? And I stopped talking to dude. Like, I cut him all the way off. Like, I speak to him no more. And I don't care. Like, you know? So 10th grade roll around. And I'm coming to school, and I'm just the shit. You feel me? Like, my 10th grade year, I mean, even my freshman year, because I think it's because I knew, like, all the seniors my freshman year. Like, all my partners was seniors. They was all graduating. Like, I knew all the upperclassmen. And I was the cheer captain. So, you feel me? Like, I just had it. Like, I was just that girl. Like, and I'm not even trying to be cocky or nothing. I just was. Like, everybody knew who I was. Everybody knew who my sister was. Like, come on now. Like, my family is just well known. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but that's just the way it was. So, 10th grade start, and I'm doing me. Like, when I say I'm doing me, like, I'm literally doing me. I have a whole new dude. My dude was 5 years older than me, yes. He had, at the time, I think he only had 2 kids, but now he has more. That's another story time, too. You know, I'm doing me. I'm living life. I'm being a pimp. I'm being a player. Like, I'm doing what I do. You feel me? And I'm minding my business about it. So, remember how I told you he dumped me and had a new girlfriend? He dumped her and has a whole new girlfriend. Mind you, the girl apparently don't like me because her nigga is on my line. Because he's, like, still hitting me up. Like, when 10th grade started, he was still hitting my line, trying to talk to me. And I'm just like, bro, like, I feel like you shouldn't be doing this. And he's like, I mean, I'm grown. I can do what I want. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So, yeah. He tries to talk to me, and I don't give him the time of day. So, at this time, his girlfriend and my cousin were going to the continuation school, right? Mind you, she knows who my cousin is, and she knows that my cousin was going to school with her. But she decides to put my name in her mouth, and she decides to say that Ariana is a hoe and she is stalking my boyfriend. And I seen black when I heard these words. So, instead of me being, you know, as ratchet as I am, all I did was I confronted her. I said, okay, so, since I am a hoe and I am stalking your boyfriend, then why is your boyfriend the one calling my number, calling my phone, texting me, trying to talk to me, but I don't give him the time of day, right? Okay. And then I told her, I said, if my name is ever in your mouth again, I will beat you up so bad that you won't have a mouth to speak out of. Like, I will dog walk you. And I told her that. And she's like, I never said that. She tried to lie to me and tell me she never said that, mind you. I got confirmation because my cousin's the one who told me, mind you. My cousin and Alex don't get along. My cousin hates Alex. Alex goes to the school with me, and my cousin goes to school with his girl. So how are they lying? So I was like, my cousin and your boyfriend told me. Because after my cousin told me that, I was like, let me get confirmation. So I stepped to him and I was like, is your girlfriend? I was like, is my name in your girlfriend's mouth? And he was like, yeah, it is. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, tell her to keep my name out her mouth. And if it's in her mouth again, I will beat her up. And he thought it was funny. And he was like, you finna fight over me? I said, nah, bro. I was like, I ain't never been that type of female. I was like, but when you take my name and try to destroy it the way that she is, then there's a problem. Then you're gonna have to run it. Then these hands is gonna have to be ran. Period, point blank. That's just how I feel. And he was like, well, okay, I'll talk to her. I was like, okay. So that's the end of 10th grade. I'll be back with a 3rd video, so you guys can actually hear the rest, because that's just year 2. We have 2 to 3 more years to go, and we'll see. All right, toodles.